Why? Why did you? What did I do? What's going on, y'all? Grind Motivated back in this thing again, man, with another video. And today, I wanted to basically do a summarization of the Fresh and Fit podcast from last night. It was basically them answering all the questions, everything you wanted to know. They put it out there, and I'm gonna try to be as objective as possible. And I'm gonna talk about the things I felt like they did that were bad, the things I felt like were funny / weird or in the middle, and the things that I felt like were reasonable. So before we get into that, man, go on, like, comment, subscribe, man. Everybody leave your comments below on what you think about the whole situation. To all the duck ass dummies that's blind followers and stands of Fresh and Fit that been trying to come at me every day, y'all boys need to learn how to goddamn spell and shut the hell up, cause can't none of y'all spell or put sentences together. I've noticed that. Y'all looking at Fresh and Fit and them with rose-colored glasses like they can do no wrong. That's why you watching Fresh and Fit now. Cause you looking at girls with rose-colored glasses like they just can't do no wrong, like they shit don't stay. And now you're outside. You done got finessed a couple times, and now you got to go there and check them out. But to everybody else who just watches them because once or twice they say something good or they're entertaining, shout out to you. But let's go and get into this thing, man. So I'm gonna start with the wrong stuff to get that out of the way and end the video on a positive note. So the first thing I felt like they did wrong was they didn't really apologize to Anna Quinn, and it's like you guys did leverage your clout to have sex with Anna Quinn, so I can't really rock with y'all on that one. And then I guess a little further down in the podcast, they start talking about the whole situation with her losing her baby and whatnot, and they were basically he was basically saying like, yeah, it was your fault, you brought this on yourself.
Against me, you have done that yourself.
Because you had a crazy baby daddy and all this kind of stuff like that. It's like, bro, you didn't really have to out her like you did. Like he said, like there were some messages that were left out originally that they put in that kind of add a little bit more to the story, but it doesn't add enough for you to dock somebody like how you did it. So they said she was in the comments. I didn't know that she was in the comments actually antagonizing them the whole time, but Myron, as this alpha male in frame man, should have just like been like, hey bro, block her. That's what I would have did. Like, just block her, bro. Like, just get her out of there, man. And then that would have been it. That would have been over with. And I don't know. I guess like I guess she was pregnant this whole time. So I don't know how Myron didn't know that she was pregnant the whole time. He would have been over there busting on pregnant for us. But yeah, they basically were like, yeah, you brought this on yourself. And then they had fans in the comments talking about, so yeah, fuck that bitch baby, fuck that bitch baby, fuck that bitch baby. Like, these guys are crazy. These guys are crazy. I didn't really mess with that right there. The next thing that they did, it was only kind of wrong. So they did actually apologize to Abbott and Preach like a couple episodes before, and that's alright. But they only did it, and I think about, like, they only did it because Abbott and Preach have much more of an audience. And they were saying how everything was coming down on them. Their feet was being held to the fire. So they was like, hey, bro, we got to apologize to these folks. We don't really care about Anna Quinn because she got 40K followers. But Abner Preaching got 1 million YouTube subscribers. So that's a whole another level. We got to apologize because them folks coming down on us. But then it's like, yeah, you apologize. You didn't apologize to Anna Quinn, but you apologize to them for the clout reasons. Yeah, you apologize. That's good. But they're still bringing up this boxing shit, bro. Shut the hell up. Can't none of y'all fight, especially you, Fresh. You know damn well you cannot fight, bro. Stop playing, bro. I mean, Myron, he might have no FBI moves locked in somewhere, but Fresh, you're out of shape. Like I said earlier, you can't even do 10 clean burpees. Am I lying? I'm not. The next thing that they did wrong, my boy Fresh. Y'all knew I couldn't really just leave this video without talking about my boy Fresh, man. Like, so basically, he's clinging on to that whole story of him with the three girls and the NBA player. He says he won't let the NBA player's name be known for protective reasons, even though they wouldn't threw Anna Quinn under the bus like that real fast. I mean, I guess it was inadvertent, but it's like still y'all are the reason of why people attacked her. But that's neither here nor there. He's protecting the NBA player's name. He's still sticking by it. He was trying to tell the story, and it was like the story was kind of different from how it was the last time. And then he was like looking around, like squirming and shit. And like he wasn't really squirming. Like it was actually kind of weird seeing Fresh like how he was last night. It was the most manly I'd ever seen him. But yeah, man, the story was slightly different from like how it was before. It's still like, bro, we don't believe you, bro. Get the fuck out of here. People were in the comments really going hard for Fresh and them talking about something. Yeah, man, if you live in Miami, you constantly see stars all the time, and they could ask you anything. I live in Atlanta. I see stars all the time. I look way physically better than Fresh does when you see me walking around. Why wouldn't they ask me? I be at all the gyms with all the people that's got a little cash cows to them. So I've seen a whole bunch of folks. They're not gonna ask you. But he's all, and then the other thing that's killing me is he's sticking to his story of having bust down 1,000 women in his lifetime at 28 now. To be 28 with 1,000 body lay count, you would have to first allocate all your time and Slick be a loser. They're gonna have to basically sponsor you. It's gonna have to be like yeah, I'm a boxer and I got a manager now. You got a manager to go out here and get girls. That's what you would need, because you have to also think first. You're gonna need a whole lot of time, because no matter who you are, how good you look, you're gonna fall into some roadblocks as far as getting these girls. It's definitely a numbers game out here in these streets. Next thing, Fresh is not a great looking guy, so of course his roadblocks are gonna be a little bit more often than the regular guy. So what are we doing there? I'm not really messing with that, Fresh. Just drop the story, man. We all know you got down capping in these streets. Stop it. Just stop it. Next, the funny / weird stuff, man. So the first thing I'll talk about, man, is like Myra was letting Fresh talk a whole lot more, man. It was weird seeing Fresh like actually talk. Yeah, he was still stuttering and shit, but like he was like leaned back, looking like he was looking confident and shit, and he was like talking shit to the people that had talked trash to him. Like this one dude named Poor Man Podcast kept on coming up in his chat. He was sending them super chats like, why? Why did you? What did I do? And Fresh was like, get your ass out of here. He basically hit him with the Nino Brown.
Nino! Cancel that bitch.
Myra was over there trying to play the good cop, bad cop. He was over there talking about something. Yeah, man, we're two different men, man. Meanwhile, Myra, you know damn well your ass was just running up talking about something. We are better than you. Come on, bro. Which one? I guess you just feeling a little bit mellowed out. You know how it is, man. When something kind of whack happens to you, or something bad happens to you, or maybe you even did something bad to you, you just kind of be in like a more mellow state, like, bruh, I shouldn't have did that. I just want to do right. And I feel like that's what it was with Myron. As soon as things get back to jumping regular, he's going to be back to himself, regular self. Talking about he a different man. The next thing that was weird was Myron basically, he basically let everybody know he was 12 officially. He was Homeland Security 12. And, you know, he went over his whole, what he did. He said he was an intern for 10 years at 12. I don't know how you do 10 years an intern. I feel like he's supposed to be like 1-2 years at the max, maybe. I don't know. Y'all let me know. I'm not really sure about the whole 12 lifestyle and life cycle. So go ahead and clear that up for me. He was acting like he wanted to cry about it. Like, he was like, bro, you just tell him you're 12, bro. We Slick already all know. Everybody's looked it up at this point, bro. Like I said the other day on the other video, if you were to go do your research, you could have looked up and seen that his name was Admiral Fudel, and goddamn his occupation used to be 12, or maybe he is still 12. We don't know if he's not a double agent or what. But and then he also said what his name was and how it was pronounced, and I like my pronunciation much better. He said his name was Elmer Fuddle and stuff. It sounded like Elmer Fudd. I like Admiral Fudel. It sounded like I'm a prominent tyrant in these streets, the prominent tyrant of Sudan or something. I don't know, like Northern Sudan. I'm sorry, all my folks that be watching us from Sudan. I'm not trying to hate on y'all. I know y'all don't think Myron represents Sudan well, so I'm not trying to hate on y'all. Don't take it personally. But yeah, that was a little Offset right there, man. The next thing that he addressed that was in a weird / funny category was the whole kind of, people were saying he was taking like flimsy, rickety pictures, like, you know, like speculating him as gay and everything like that. And the pictures were very flimsy and rickety. It was like him in the bed and everything like that. And he basically chalked it up to them being athletes and him playing sports and stuff like that. And he would say, you know, that's how it goes in the locker room. And being an athlete, I've seen that kind of stuff happen, but you decide how far it goes. You dictate that pace right there, man. Like, you got guys in the locker room. I've seen all this. You got guys in the locker room slapping butts, running around, swinging around, they stuff. Like, that shit is not funny to me. I had one dude slap my butt, and I hit him with a immaculate, awesome blast double, and he didn't never do it again, and nobody else ever thought about doing it. So you dictate your pace on that one right there. You laying in the bed with folks and like getting kissed on in the cheeks and then letting folks hold your chest. Myron, like that's on you. That was the little flimsy. He chalked it up to being an athlete. We'll let him have it. The next thing, we'll go into the stuff I felt like they did that was reasonable or good. First thing I'm going to talk about is the Kevin Samuels situation. So the Kevin Samuels situation, I can understand, man. They said they did a lot of concessions for him, pushing back times and even taking off clips off of their show that he was a part of and giving them to him and then not using them at all. And they also said that they tried to contact him several times about what's a good time to schedule their show versus his show because they didn't want to clash. He didn't hit them back. I thought that was whack as a bitch. Then they said anytime that he needed something, that was the only time he'll hit them back. I thought that was whack as hell. And then they said they kept on trying to contact him, to figure out, you know, what we're going to do, what can we do to coexist. And I understand that wholeheartedly, man. You got somebody trying to little bro you and all this kind of stuff, and then you got folks out here acting like you're not trying to get something done in a timely manner. So that's like fuck you, bro. Like I'm trying to get this shit done and you're trying to block my shit. So I can understand them right there. The next thing that they had that was reasonable or understandable was the Nina Unrated thing. Both of them was wrong right there, to be honest. Nina Unrated was trying to leverage her son, and you know, she was trying to use the Fresh Fit podcast for some reason. I don't know how she expected that to happen. She was going to use that to I guess put some deep speaking game out and have everybody like, oh man, she need her son back. The course was going to look at the Fresh Fit podcast with all the girls that act like thoughts, and Nina Unrated talking about how she does porn and sucks and fucks and all this kind of stuff, and they was gonna be like, we gonna get your kid back, man. We gonna get your kid back. We gonna make sure you have full custody. No. And then Myron basically tried to come back, you know, do his little Harvey Weinstein thing, man, and try to bust her out. He was like, man, yeah, if you can't get this guest on the show in exchange for that, then won't you do some OnlyFans porn? And she was like, nah. And then she was like, she charged $2,500 for it or something like that. And then Myron tried to come back and bust over the head with a random ass price, talking about some, yeah, we charge $10,000 for our guests to even be on this thing. 10K, 10 rack, 10 bands. So if you want to be on here, you got to pay that now. And I don't know about that, because that guy AD was just talking about how he got on the show and didn't have to pay 10 racks, 10 bands. So I'm not really buying that. I thought that was a little fluke and flodger right there. But yeah, man, I thought they were equally on some garbage right there. I didn't really mess with it. The last thing, man, and this one was the most reasonable thing that I felt the most, was the whole OnlyFans girl situation where she got pregnant and whatnot, and you know how she tried to say, you know, he was putting them little moves on her. And he might actually be put. I'm not saying he didn't put the moves on. I think he probably is a weird ass deranged sexual guy, and he's probably I'm sure he's controlling based off what he says on the show. Like that's a no-brainer. But the calls that they pulled out and that they were showing where basically they were pretty telling, man. It was like they were asking her, you know, like did you get a pregnancy test? And she like wouldn't tell them where she got the pregnancy test, and then she wouldn't let them see the results of the pregnancy test. And I was like, bro, what the hell is wrong with you? And then they also did some like recorded calls, which I think were probably illegal, because technically they were saying in Florida you can't record nobody on the call without it being illegal. So you know, so she hung up twice. They asked her twice, could I record you? Then the third time, when she finally said what she needed to say, they didn't ask her. But I guess, you know, they're using like the assumption that, yeah, she knew we was recording, so she better just go on and just say we're recording. But then somebody else was saying that when you're doing a call or something with customer service or something like that, they'd be like, yeah, make sure this call is recorded, and we're letting you know that for your insurance or something like that, just to make sure you have consent. But you know, basically she was saying stuff like, I only did this to you because you didn't make time to hit me up, and you basically lied to me saying that if we have sex you'll want more and stuff like that. And I've dealt with girls like that, and I really don't like that kind of stuff, man. I hate when women feel like, you owe me the world because we've had sex. And then, you know, she was saying the stuff like the classic things like, yeah, if you would have told me you just wanted to have sex, I wouldn't have did it. You have sex on OnlyFans for free. Well, so I guess you get paid too, but shit, man. And yeah, that was just like, I just didn't like that, man. I'm not absolving Myron of being a weirdo in bed and being a controlling weirdo, but at the same time, it's her fault. And I actually said that on the video, man. I gave them double L's. But, you know, you had folks in the comments like, you're dropping the hammer down on Myron, and you're not really giving her anything. You're tiptoeing in your Jordans. Shut the hell up, man. If you watch the video and listen closely, you'll understand. I was out here being fair as I could. So shut the hell up, man. But the whole time they were doing that, man, I swear I was just waiting on the voice recording for Myron to be like, I can't do this. My chest hurts. I have hypertension! Like, I was waiting on that, but it never came to pass. So, yeah, that's pretty much my summary right there. I mean, they talked about the Ayande dudes too, man, so I can more so understand them, but that's a he say, she say, so I don't really know about that when they said that they were weird and that they, you know, the Ayande dude made women feel uncomfortable, and I could probably see that. Although I could see also Myron making women feel uncomfortable because he's like a weird, like, overzealous guy. But the Ayande dude, I could probably see him be like a weird hood guy, being overzealous in that way. So I could probably see that. The Large dude just seemed like a nice, tall, goofy dude that takes pictures. But the Ayande dude, I could probably see that. Of course, you know, Fresh is not making nobody uncomfortable because he just looks like a little lame duck. But yeah, man, that's pretty much the summarization right there, man. If I miss anything, let me know. If you guys would like me to go over the video about the Miss Cheeks lady in detail, let me know too. I probably will do it anyway. But yeah, man, that's pretty much the summarization for it. What do you guys think about that, man? Do you think that these guys are actually being sincere, or do you think that there's a little bit of manipulation in there? I personally think that there's some manipulation in there, but some of the stories I do feel like I can understand them. And I do think that they were being genuine on some of the stories, but I do think there's definitely some manipulation in there, and I don't think they're fully absolved of their sins. I'm not truly satisfied with all the questions that were answered and whatnot. I feel like there was definitely some lies of omission being told, and then you have to also think of Myron being an agent, a special agent Myron, special agent Elmer Fuddle out here. So I'm pretty sure he knows how to you know, persuade and get folk, finesse and all that kind of stuff. So that was just a thought right there, man. But yeah, man, let me know what you guys think about this whole situation down in the comments below. Do you think the beef is over? Well, I mean, obviously the beef is not really cooking right now, but do you think the whole issue of Fresh and Fit going under is over? You think anybody else is going to come out? What do you think about the things that I talked about? Do you think that that the good stuff was foolproof? Do you think that the middle/weird stuff was middle and weird? Do you think that the stuff that was bad was actually bad? Let me know. But that's it right there, man. Y'all have a great day. Y'all go out here and get it, and I'll see y'all next time.